Morning, guys. Alright, sorry this is going to be a bit shaky. Alright, so just really have an update about the plants I got from Tropical Garden Orchids last night. It was this guy here, the Masdevallia Rima Elba? I think that's what it's called. You know what? Let me just look at the tag and tell you. Masdevallia Rima Elba. That's correct. All right. So, I got that one, and I got this Paphiopedilum as well. And I told you I would do a slightly more close-up video once I got the time. And here we go. So you're going to be wondering, what the hell is this? What's going on, Sulin? Well, when I removed the tape from the plant, you know, the little white thing that covers it when they come in from the mail. Yeah, so right away, I found a friggin' snail. And if you look, if I bring you in closely, you'll see all the damage that the friggin' snail had done. Here, let me try and find it first. Not the snail. I got rid of the snail, and obviously I had to get rid of all of the media right away and unpot it. Unfortunately, because I hadn't been planning on unpotting it right away, I didn't have anything lined up. So, excuse me, I'm just trying to look for quite obvious snail damage. Okay, here we go. So it was really sad. I got the plant. So many of the roots were dead because the snail had eaten, I don't know if it was that particular snail, but the snails had eaten most of it. Can you see? You can see, I think. Alright, trust me, those were all new viable growths that got snipped and roots that got eaten. Like that one there, and oh lordy. It's just a bad situation, snails. Snails just made it bad. Anyway, so I was kind of annoyed, this being my first order, as I'm just getting into the orchid thing. Anyway, so, didn't really have a place to put it, you know, didn't really have any pots of a suitable size. I did have a garlic tube, you know, these sack tubes. So I took some garlic and I just put some sphagnum-moss. And the leaves are a little wonky. Anyway, I'm not really sure what I'm doing with this Masdi, but I'm gonna try. It's really hard for me to get clear plastic orchid pots where I am too. I can't find it in any of the limited number of gardening stores or even nurseries. For some reason, I don't sell them here. And then here in Canada, I've been trying to order a bunch online and can't find any. Well, last night, after staying up really late and trying to find some, I did find some, but they were ridiculously expensive. And, you know, didn't really feel like spending that much for, you know, like one pot or two pots. So I just thought, you know what, I'm just going to hold off for now. I'm going to do a little bit more searching. According to Astrid, I'm not supposed to be really fussing around and messing around with this Masdevallia that much and should just let it be. Let it sit quietly. I don't know if this is too bright for it. Anyway, the problem with the apartment is that you're wondering, so what the hell is going on here? Why do you have everything in this little tiny corridor of space? Well, the problem is there isn't that much light anywhere. Well, there's some light in the apartment, but here, let me just peek over the chair. See, that's the corner that the orchids may typically live, but not a whole lot of light. So this is the best I can come up with for now. Don't really know where else to keep them or what kind of thing I should be constructing. I can't really put a giant bench here because, you know, this is a door during the summertime. I do step out to the balcony. Can't leave them out on the balcony because it's a bit too cold with snow and such. Yeah, and I can't really cover the balcony because it's a rental apartment and there are a lot of apartment laws. Anyway, so there's that. Now let's talk about this Pathy Pedlum. Now let me just get the tag out. I can see Path Philippinense Alfred times Super Twister. So this guy, I mean, this is I ordered it all bloom size. So I mean, this is gonna be my first path ever. First of everything. Anyway, I see there's a new little leaf. Second leaf here, I wonder if it's growing smaller than its parent. I don't know if it's gonna keep growing or if this is it, because that means there's probably something going on. But I checked the roots. They're okay. Like, what's this? I tried to make a little kokedama. I don't know if you're supposed to do that with paths. Probably not. They like some little bit more stability. Once again, I didn't have an adequate size pot for it, so just made a little onion bag net, just you know, to give it something for now while I look for pots. But I didn't want to keep it in its pot after I saw snails in the other guy. I was like, I'm gonna get it out. Might kill it with my unpotting, but the snails will definitely kill it. This is my little my little stolen cake. It wasn't really stolen. Okay, I'm gonna correct that. It was not really stolen. What happened was the place that one of the places that I work, I noticed as I was leaving that there was a little pot of what looked like dendrobium. A really full pot of dendrobium. It wasn't an orchid pot or anything. It was just this earthen pot with, like, I don't know, like, it was like this size, filled to the brim with these canes, and it was in bloom. I was like, whoa! Went over. Sure enough, it was dendrobiums. I don't really know what type it was. A lot of red leaves. The canes were also looking reddish. And I will admit, I had an urge to pick it up and run. But I thought, no, that is bad. Even though you probably appreciate this plant more. See, this is it's kind of like a counseling center with lots of, they're doing a wellness project with lots of flowers and plants. But the thing is, people aren't really looking after them, and I end up just going around watering everything. And rotating the plants. Anyway, so this guy looked like it needed a lot of water, so I went over there with the watering can and started watering it. And then I was putting the can away, and I heard this little like flop sound from the counter far away. I was like, uh-oh, what happened? I went over and I realized I had knocked off this keiki in the process. It must have been wanting to come off because it was really like, I maybe tapped it. Anyway, so I was like, well then, if I leave it's gonna die. I'm gonna grab it and run. So I grabbed it and ran. And it looks rather sad, but it does have some green. Eek. The roots are alive. There's one big long root that extends out. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to mess with my keiki. There. Okay, so I don't really know what to do with that either. I'm just doing that. See if I can get more roots out and before I pot it. In what? I don't know. But, yeah. So that's that. Oh, tropical garden orchids. Makes me sad. It was my first order. Snails. Snails. But whatevs. It'll have to do. Alright, guys. Lovely talking to you. Till next time. Bye.